wish Jumbo Cactar was a common.
I don't even know that card would be playable.
Plus 9,999.
Is it
plus 0?
Would Gruul play it?
It's a 1/7.
I don't think so. It would play it. It's a 1/7.
It's a 7 mana 1/7.
It's a 5 mana 1/7.
No, it's 7 mana.
It's 7.
It's 5.
Oh, it's 7. Oh,
Yes.
I'm sorry. I thought it was.
Yeah.
It's a 7 mana 10,007.
No, that's when it attacks.
Why wouldn't it
It's
be
a 7
sideways?
mana 1/7.
But Thomas, you can
that
fling it.
says whenever it attacks, it gets plus 9,999 plus 0 until end of turn.
Do you think Gruul would play it?
Gruul? Mm-hmm. Which Gruul?
Gruul Monsters.
Like the
Monsters?
monster deck, yeah.
Dude, I think so, actually.
You could. I would, but
Over
I would play
Altasaur? Yeah.
but I would play Rancors in the deck.
No, I would play.
I would put a Rancor on it.
Yeah, you can do that.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Common Ground Podcast, your favorite podcast where we talk about your favorite format, Pauper. I am your co-host, Cameron Schindler, joined as always by the
Newly employed.
Thomas Gangster Gun.
Yep, I joined the mob.
The mafia.
No, I have not joined the mob.
Hey, money's money, dude.
Hey, money. Yeah, money's money. No, I got a new job finally. All of this. So I've been like hinting at it. I got in a hit and run accident like 5-ish weeks ago, and it knocked me out of work because I used my car for work. And I was just like, you know what? I'm done driving around doing like gig work and like this freelance stuff for a while. I just want something more secure. So I went into the job process.
It's stressful. Like you and I both kind of live that life.
Yeah.
Of like not like income's not.
It's not always
consistent.
Or that you can get it. I was getting it
Well,
pretty
it's
consistent, but it is that
yes.
stress of like, if I don't work, that's it. It's
No,
like,
same here.
yeah.
Consistent in the way of like,
Like me.
yes, like we're Hippo. You will get paid the same most of the time, week on week, versus you and I. It's like
I wish I got paid weekly. That'd be great.
Oh well, yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
Also,
So I got a new job.
Oh yeah, that's
I got
awesome.
a new job
That's
doing
awesome.
event tech stuff for some fancy hotels downtown. So
That's gonna be sick.
Yeah.
Tell them
it'll be
they
good.
need their carpets clean.
Oh, that's on my mind. Don't you worry.
Cool. Also joined by James Hippo Hieronymus.
Sorry,
Jesus
future,
wept.
Sorry, future Thomas.
How are you doing, Hippo wept?
Hippo wept. I
don't know what
I am doing quite all right. Thank you.
Good. All is well in the world.
How are you, Cameron? Nobody asked
How are
you.
you?
Nobody asked
We
Cameron
never
how
asked
is
you how
he.
you're doing.
Terrible.
Wow.
I'm so stressed out.
Oh no! What's going on?
Yeah, just paying back taxes and
Yeah.
the car needs to be fixed. Haven't got on top of that. Looking for a therapist. Just all of it.
Yeah.
But
All coming at once.
Oh yeah. Well,
Hey,
then just,
you won't
know.
need therapy when you get that guitar.
Oh yes, I am gonna get a guitar this week, which is gonna be great.
I
That's
not,
good.
did not
Therapy.
condone
I'm kidding.
that
I'm
statement.
kidding. I do not. Also, do not condone this.
I like how you were joking. I'm like, actually, you're kind of right. I'm just fully on board with it. It was funny. I was talking to Karsten. He's like, I honestly think this is going to be really good for you. And I'm like, I do too. It's going to be like a really good outlet. Because I like write poetry and stuff. So get ready for some whiny music.
Let's go.
Oh boy.
We need more.
Let me know when I need to pack the earmuffs.
yeah, I will. I
That's
will.
not very nice.
But first off, some little, what do you call it? Housekeeping. I'll throw it
Housekeeping, I
to
suppose.
TGE for that.
Yeah, we have some events coming up, and we also have our Discord that we created a few weeks back. So come on, pop in Discord. The link is in the show notes. It's the proper link this time. I had a link that expired in the show notes originally yesterday. I got it fixed pretty quickly after some friends pointed out to us. But,
It's popping.
But
in
it's
there.
popping. Folks are chatting about their brews, asking for advice from each other. and
Austin's
from us.
in there.
Austin's in there chatting up Black White Blade.
The just mentioned Carson's in there.
Yeah.
It was cool. Austin was telling me at work today. He's like, it's really cool. Like, I feel like I have a role as like the Blade person. I'm like, yeah,
The bleed guy.
you are.
It's pretty cool. So yeah, pop on in, say hi, and get to
Cali
chatting.
Guys is in there.
Yeah, Cali Guys in there. It's popping. It's popping off, and it's becoming a nice little spot to just chat about Pauper.
And it's cool. Like, we have our local scene, and like we love our friends, so like we mention our friends so often. So like for the listeners to like interact and like kind of like
With
with
the
those
side
people,
characters.
not side characters, but just like almost like be a part of our scene in this weird way, like and get to know that. It's cool. We have a little community. It's really fun.
And there are other ways you can get involved with us more directly, whether our local scene or beyond. A few events coming up. On March 15th, we have another Team Trios event at Game Night in Columbia, Tennessee. The seats are Legacy, Modern, and Pauper. So if you want to come on down and you want to play some Pauper, you're in the area, find a Legacy and a Modern friend, and come on down. It'll be a lot of fun. There will be coverage for that event as well, and it won't be us on coverage. We'll be playing, but there will be coverage, and it's going to be a fun time. It always is. The vibes are always wonderful.
Yeah, they are.
And Game Night always runs a great event. And then a couple of other events that we want to shout out. Well, of course, quick shout out the New York Upstate Pauper Open happening March 1st. They sold out. I think they added a few extra slots, but they've been selling out again.
There's a wait list.
Yeah, they have a wait list. So really looking forward to that. We may get some content, some updates from them after their tournament's done. So we're very excited for that. But more importantly, some events a little further out to look ahead to. In June, the end of June, I believe it's the last weekend of June, Nerd Rage Gaming, also known as NRG, is coming to Indianapolis, the Indy area, and they are going to be hosting a team sealed event on Saturday and a standard event on Sunday at their convention. And on the Sunday, we're going to have another Pauper 1K with them. It may, depending on attendance, it will be either paid out in store credit or cash, depending on what kind of a cap we're able to break. But we'll have signups out for that once we get them, and probably another month or two. But we wanted to let you all know ahead of time. Mark was very, very pleased with the turnout when we had our Louisville event back in September. Very, very excited to work with us again and have another Pauper event. So if you're in the Indy area or drivable, come on up for that. That's the last weekend in June. And then a little further out, sometime in July, likely the third or fourth weekend. We haven't quite figured it out yet. But in July, we are going to have the second Common Ground Cup, the Summer Cup, at Game Night in Columbia, Tennessee. And we will be doing coverage. We'll have a trophy. And so we hope to have this be even bigger and better than the first Common Ground Cup was in January. We're very excited for that. So
we're giving you more time so you can book your flights out here and make it down.
Exactly.
So no excuses.
A bunch of, like, Columbia, Tennessee isn't exactly like a huge hub of population, so I bet the hotels are pretty cheap.
Yeah,
so,
I would imagine so.
Yeah, so come on down. That'll be sometime in July, and we'll put out more information as we get closer. Lots of things coming up. That's very exciting.
Lots of things to be excited about. This week we got a little fun episode for y'all. Way back, episode 10, we thought 10. We did our top 10 cards in Pauper. Thomas and I kind of like followed like most impactful cards for Pauper. Hippo did his own little thing and just did 10 cards he loves.
I do.
But we thought it'd be fun to revisit that idea and bring it down the top 5 and just kind of talk about, since so much has changed since
that would have been
over a year ago.
That would have been February, late January, February.
MH3 was a set, and really just like the meta is just completely different. So I thought it'd be fun to revisit that and just do. I think we all did top 5 best cards or like pillars, most impactful, something along those guidelines. But real quick, at work, I was re-listening to that episode, and it was kind of funny just because very different how different we sound even.
Sure.
Like I definitely did not have like a podcast voice like figured out quite yet. Was quieter. Maybe some people enjoyed that more. Intros weren't nearly as fun, that's for sure. I think we all gotten better at speaking since then. Mm-hmm. But that episode was the birth of the Bant Terror list.
The Bant Terror.
Was that really?
Yeah, that's when we first talked about Bant Terror, which was really funny.
The Bant Terror joke.
Thomas swore a ton in the intro. I just want to throw that out there because everybody yells at me and they're like, "Oh, Thomas has to bleep you out so much." I'm like, not even.
I didn't even touch it.
Yeah, no,
Did we mark it as explicit?
No, you bleeped yourself out. But everyone's always
okay.
like giving me crap, and I'm like, I don't even swear.
Clearly not.
Then it was also the first J mention, which I thought was funny.
Nice.
The first?
Yeah, because you mentioned Jay, and you're like, there you go, Jay. You finally got your shout out. So I'm assuming the first.
I would imagine that would have been the first then.
So I thought that was really funny. And just another recap for the recap. From that episode 10, I'm going to go ahead and read out our old top 5. So this is from 20 23?
Early 24.
Early 24.
Dude,
but-
just a year
Early
ago.
2024.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, a little over a year ago now.
53 episodes ago. Whew.
So yeah, it would've
Wild.
been-
About this time last year,
At the-
yeah.
Oh wow, look at us. Didn't even plan that. Hippo, starting from 5 to 1, your list was, and again, it wasn't like cards that were you thought were the best, just cards that you enjoyed in the
Cards
format.
that,
Number 5, Hippo, you had Experimental Synthesizer. Number 4, Crypt Rats. Number 3, Counterspell. Number 2, Quirion Ranger. That one was a little bit out of left field, but you expressed your love of elves.
I do, and that's the trickiest card in the deck.
And number 1, Core Skyfisher, which that just kind of tracks.
For me, yeah.
Yeah, 100%. And it was just a good card back then too, really. Yeah.
Can you give me, without naming any cards, can you give me a number X out of 5 of those that you would now consider to put on your top 5 list today? Maybe 1 or 2 of them are on your list, but...
How many of those cards would I put on my
What
top?
did you consider?
Or would they make a top 10? How many 0 out of 5 of those would make a top 10 list today?
Yes, some of them would make making the top
Yeah.
10.
Like 1 to 2,
I
probably.
think 2 of them would.
2 of them? Yeah.
Yes.
Interesting. Yeah, we'll probably talk more about that too afterwards because we don't want to like get into nitty gritty on like why these aren't on our list before we even
Before we
give you a
even
new
know
list.
what we're talking about.
Yeah, because we would end up talking about the new cards, of course, because that's what shapes the meta. Thomas,
Yes.
your list.
This was my top 5.
This was your
from a
top
year ago.
5.
Okay.
From a year ago. Number 5, you had Blue and Red Blast.
Okay. / Hydroblast, Pyroblast. Yeah. The blasts.
Yeah, the blast.
Okay.
Except for Galv Blast.
Correct. That's honorary blast.
Honorary Blast. Number 4, you had Deadly Dispute in specific.
Okay.
Number 3, you had Artifact Lands.
Okay.
Number 2, you had Counterspell.
Yes.
Because this was the rise of terror
Yep.
at the time.
Yep.
And number 1, you had Experimental Synthesizer.
Yes.
Yep. Because Borosynth was definitely a much bigger player back then.
And also, Kadoltha was still really good then, too.
Yeah. I mean, Kadoltha's still widely played, too.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. For me, number 5, I had Basilisk Gate. Number 4, I had Deadly Dispute effects. So just all of them in general.
Yeah. So we're on the same page there.
Yep. Number 3, we had the same number 3, Artifact Lands.
Yep.
Number 2, I had Blue and Red Blast. That's very high. And number 1, I also had Experimental Synthesizer.
Nice.
So that's Thomas and I were thinking
You're
there.
like in the lockstep.
Yeah, we were. But Hippo, you had your own little thingy going on.
Mm-hmm.
So that was fun. I thought that was interesting, just like listening to that over and stuff. That was good stuff. Starts off
All right,
going to our
what's-
new list.
Yeah.
What was y'all's criteria going into this? Like, what was?
I went with the best cards. What I think are the best cards, similar to like I did last time.
Yeah, this time I also just went with the cards I think are very good.
I did too, but I also thought about kind of like the effect on the meta.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, if this exists and bolsters X, I guess that'll make more sense when I talk
Sure.
about that
Sure.
a little bit. Number 5, I'll go first. I was kind of debating on taking this one off. I guess I didn't get to that. Number 5, I had Snuff Out.
It also almost made my list.
Just because
It did make my list.
it's fine against everything but the mono red deck specifically.
Mm-hmm.
And the free interaction point is just an important place to be for killing a Tolarian Terror, a Brood Scale. It's not horrible against a Writhing Chrysalis. You'll do it. Avenging Hunter. It's just... And Pauper, as grindy as it is, you are pinched on mana at points, especially when you have a Ward 2 to pay. So it being free is nice, and we've all casted it for 4 mana. That happens quite often.
Yeah.
So,
Free spells are busted.
yeah, free spells are really good. It's been here for a long time, and even though most decks now, like you look at the Jund Wildfires deck, most time it's not even a 4 of. It's like 1 or 2. Like sometimes like Glint Blade doesn't even play. I still think it is like an important role player, and it is in mind all the time when deck building. And like similar, you could maybe talk about Cast Down here too. Hippo, would you have at number 5?
All right. I couldn't actually. I had tossed around 5 and 6. So I'll just give you both. They're both blue cards. And we'll start off with a Brainstorm. I think Brainstorm obviously is the pedigree, probably the base pedigree of any card on my list in all of Magic. Not a whole lot needs to be said about that one. The card's very good. Doesn't matter what blue deck you're playing Brainstorm. It literally doesn't matter. And then my second blue card, and there will be no more for the rest of the list, is Spellstar Sprite. I think I've got Spellstar Sprite. Obviously, that what I've just said obviously indicates that the Counterspell is not in my top 5 right now.
Mm-hmm.
I do think Spellstar Sprite does put a very nice, aggressively slanted deck into contention for being a very one of the best decks to play. And the fact that it is a very, very clean, solid answer to the Broodscale deck is really, really high on my list. Also, obviously, there are tons of 1-drops in the format. It's still very good regardless. I think the card's just very strong. It's insane to reset with any of the ninjas. So, I mean, I don't know. Card's just busted.
Yeah, fun card to play. It's kind of funny because the Mono Blue Fey deck doesn't play Brainstorm most of the time.
Correct.
And so it's kind of funny.
It's the one blue deck.
Yeah, so I thought that was kind of funny. No, Brainstorm's interesting because we talked about it on that old top 10, and though like Pauper isn't like taking advantage as like hard as like Legacy would with like fetches and stuff, like we still have the shuffle effects from Lorien Revealed. You can get tricky with Squadron Hawks, and there's still ways to clear at like Augur, Bolus, and stuff. So it's still a very versatile card. Drawing 3 cards is powerful.
This is true.
Thomas, what'd you have for number 5?
My number 5, I also have a couple honorable mentions. My honorable mentions go to Lightning Bolt and Blood Fountain.
Blood Fountain
it
was
very, very
mine too.
close.
Yeah.
I really wanted to try and fit Blood Fountain on the
funny.
list. It's just such a powerful effect. It's so important in multiple shells, whether it's Affinity, Gardens, if you're going late with Wildfires or Jund Brood Scale, you can put it into Black-White Blade. Really, almost any black deck that has more than like 4 to 6 creatures total can really make a great use out of Blood Fountain. It's such a good card. And Lightning Bolt, Lightning Bolt's one of the best of all time in any format it's legal in. It's also hard to best Lightning Bolt.
And
in a lot
Blood
of
Fountain
spots.
just adding the affinity early for affinity,
Yeah.
and then just being this late game piece to pick up.
Just like, I'll pick up 2 0-mana 4/4s.
Yeah,
Sure.
or make you
two,
discard 2
2
cards.
1-mana 2/1s that fly and
Yeah.
You discard a card or draw a card.
Yeah.
But that means my number 5, moving down from my original or from my previous top 5 rankings, my number 5 is the Artifact Lands. This can go to any of the untapped ones from Mirrodin, any of the tapped indestructible ones from MH2. The Artifact Lands are just such an integral part of the format, whether it's the entire mana base of a deck, like Affinity, most of the mana base of a deck, like Black-White Blade, or the Wildfire piles. Enabling Wildfire at all is such a crucial part of the format, and also just there's some of your best tap land options, period. They just can't thermokarst an indestructible artifact land, you know.
Watch me.
You know, I mean, that's what the Declaimers are for. But no, I mean, they're busted. Like, you called them out as soul lands an episode or 2 ago. Of like, they are lands that in a way tap for 2 mana.
I think that was an offline conversation we were having.
No, we were at dinner.
We were at dinner, and I called them soul lands, and you gave me a weird look, and I'm like,
No, I did. I gave you a weird look.
oh, somebody gave me a weird look, and I'm like, they're soul lands.
I agree with you. It just took me a second to
I could
process that.
have sworn that was on the pod. I could have sworn I heard it in editing.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah,
I could have swore we had a dinner, but
we may have repeated it
Yeah.
for like
I'm sure-
someone's sake or something.
I'm sure we'll figure it out.
But
But
yeah.
they hear this and they
Yeah.
go, "You idiot said it on the pod." And then,
Yeah,
then
of
Cameron
course
and I
you said it
look
on the
real
pod.
dumb.
No, that's
No,
But
it's,
what is-
it is what it is. But no, but it is
We're
true.
baiting
For,
engagement.
when you're trying to cast affinity spells, like affinity for artifact spells, like they tap for 2 mana. Like, that's really, really
yeah,
powerful.
you love seeing a bridge on turn 1.
Yeah.
Which, good thing. That's all of Grixis Affinity.
Right, and that's the thing, and then the metagame gets to develop around it too, of like Kuldotha and Fairies punishing the turn 1 tap land. Really, is a really cool push and pull of a format to have, and so they're just so important and so powerful. I couldn't not have them still in the top 5. I think.
I agree. I think they are very, very, very crucial to the format. Like you said, they're just format warping, and not necessarily in like a unhealthy sense. I think
Right,
they're perfectly
right.
serviceable and fine in Pauper. It's actually what is a really unique feature of Pauper.
Right.
That
It's the only place we get to play with these, really.
and the tap lands are legal in Modern, but they're not good in Modern.
No.
You know, and so
I played against an Affinity deck in a Modern League today that was like rushing out a bunch of zeros to like cap a Cannoneer and had like Portable Holes and Esper Sentinels and Emeries and whatever. And like they didn't play any tap artifact lands.
No, you just
None.
can't do
They just
that.
didn't.
Yeah, but I
Urza
think
Saga.
Yeah.
Because that's busted, but
That's an enchantment.
No
Good
tap,
card.
no tap the artifact lands. What's your number 4, Cameron?
my number 4 is, where'd you go? There you are. Refurbished Familiar. Speaking of the artifact lands,
Furby made
so
the list.
Mr. Furby, we talked about it. We hinted at it just there at the artifact lands, but I think absolutely warped how you can play control decks in Pauper.
Mm-hmm.
Because this just demands such an answer from the control decks. Not even like demanding an answer, demand answers, but in a way of, it's hard to deal with. It's really backbreaking when this gets cast against you and you are playing Golgari Gardens, because you have no counter magic. It's going to resolve, and then you have to discard a card. And so if it's hitting you for 2, it's already just doing extra of it it needs to. And then if you play a removal spell on it, it's just like awesome. They just 2-for-1 you. And like I said, if they just got in for 2, it's like such a extra bonus on that card. It can apply pressure. They cost 1 mana most of the time. Like very easy on, you play tap bridge, next turn untapped artifact land, it costs 2. There you go. You can pay 2 mana for it.
Where you can even get better and you play like a Blood Fountain.
Blood Fountain, yeah, and you're still playing on turn 2 usually for 1. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, turn 1 Vault of Whispers, Blood Fountain. Turn 2 Vault of Whispers, 2 of them. That works too. Yeah, so
Not quite 2 of them. Only 1 if you get 2 mana. If you cast the second Blood Fountain, then you'll cast 1.
No, if you tap Vault
I
of
thought
Whispers,
you said
Blood
cast
Fountain.
the second Blood Fountain.
oh no.
My
I mean,
apologies.
No, all good,
I
all
thought you
good.
said it's like,
And then we talked about it, like the whole late game of Affinity of Blood Fountain picking up Mirror Enforcer, and now this is an option too. Sometimes the ground gets gummed up.
Actually, I've found myself picking up these more than Mirror Enforcers.
Exactly. It's just because it just gives you more card advantage in late game. Like what sucks about discard spells is that they're bad late game. You don't want to draw Thoughtseize late in the game. It's bad in not a control matchup. It's like bad. Yeah, in a control matchup, Thoughtseize isn't great because the game's gonna go late. They could be barehanded. Or no, that's the mid range matchup. It's great in control. Forgive me.
Back.
You draw a duress when you're both top decking. It's not going to do
Yes,
anything.
exactly.
Yeah.
My point.
But this,
this draws you a card. It just
like,
replaces
it's
itself immediately.
insane.
And then against fairies, they're not spell stutter spreading. you know?
No.
And if they are, they're probably
They are,
winning
then
the
they're
game
winning.
anyway. Yeah,
Yes.
it's like you're kind of screwed there. You should have played this 2 turns earlier. So it's just a house against fairies too. Just so many of important Pauper decks. This is just good against. It's like it's not bad against anything.
and I think its full potential still has not been fully realized.
no, and it's
Like,
just.
not even close.
I think it allows Jund Wildfires to be a deck too.
Yes.
You know, because. That any other thoughts on this card?
Card's cracked.
No, it's insane.
I could go ad
Didn't
nauseam
make
about
my
this.
list, unfortunately. It was also very close.
It just shapes the format.
It was high on my list, but did not crack 5.
Oh man, just the pressure, the card advantage.
Trust me,
I know.
I get it.
Yeah.
I
It's
don't
very,
need to
very
convince
good.
anybody why
No,
this
the
card is
card's
good.
very, very strong.
We all saw it on previews and we're like, yeah, that's gonna be good.
That was, we identified immediately. We're like, that's the best card.
yeah.
Like
Whoops.
all 3 of us agreed. We're like, that's the best card.
Just kidding.
Ha ha ha! I have.
Well, we probably all have that one on our list.
I have. Yeah. Yeah.
Hippo,
yeah.
what's your number 4,
What's
buddy?
your number 4, James?
My number 4 is Snuff Out. All
Nice.
previous reasons mentioned.
Can you kill a Furby?
It cannot kill a Furby, but
This is true.
I think its biggest purpose in the format is that yes, it does. The biggest one is that it stops the Brood Scale deck from just being able to freely do what they do with you having 0 mana. I think that's the biggest part. Number 2, yeah, like the terror thing, like being able to just pay 2 mana to kill a terror, hugely important. Yeah, cards extremely obviously free spells are busted. We all know that. Daze is banned for a reason.
Yeah.
Busted card.
We recapped on it.
Snuff out good.
Just the option of it being free too is nice. Even like when people aren't playing the full set, it existing in it being the back of your opponent's mind is
Yeah, it's a
value
terrifying.
in
It's a
itself.
terrifying card to have to play around.
It is.
Because if you're playing a deck susceptible to it, like it could just blow you out completely at any moment.
Yep. It's really nice too. I didn't mention it before. Against the fairies deck, because that's kind of like your only protection against it. Like, let them ninjutsu back that fairy seer, and you can snuff out the
I got to do that a couple times against when I was playing the dredge deck against a fairies player down in Atlanta. That was pretty sweet.
Do you snuff out? Do you want to wait till they see if they have ninja of the deep hours?
Nope, I actually snuff
Or
out the creature immediately.
You snuff
I
out
don't
the
even
creature.
let them get a,
Yeah,
don't
I
let
like
them get a
that
creature in play.
because just don't risk it. Maybe they just have the I like that. Maybe they just don't have another flyer kind of thing.
Yeah,
Thomas, sorry.
Yeah, because that puts them down on like mana. Because especially if they're like attempting to put the turn 2 in because they don't think you can do anything about it, then they like keep hands based on that, and then they just can never do anything.
Yeah, that's fair.
Great place to be.
That is very true. Very true. I like that. Thomas, number 4.
My number 4, also a mover down from my original top 5 list, Counterspell.
These MH3 cards.
Yeah,
boy.
Yeah, MH3 cards are popping in. My number 4 is Counterspell. Blue counter target spell, still incredibly powerful. A marquee power outlier in the fairies deck. It's helping Coggates make a little bit of a resurgence here and there over the last couple weeks. Like, it won one of the challenges this past weekend, if we get to talking about it. Good in any of these blue-black control shells that have been popping up. In blue-red, any terror deck of any variety, it's just the go-to interaction spell. It, again, is busted in any format it's legal in. It's just really powerful. It's this raw card quality that I had a hard time ignoring in putting together my list, because I like how you're angling your list of how do these cards impact the format as a whole, and like how the format has to like warp around these sorts of effects, and I like making sure that that's part of your prioritization too, because then we have more like things to talk about, and I focus really similarly how I did last year of just like what's just raw rate, just like the best card. And so I'm sticking with Counterspell. I think it deserves a spot. It could very easily be in like the honorable mention pile next to Lightning Bolt these days.
Yeah,
like you could I also thought you could put the blasts here again at my number 4 spot, like Red Blast, Blue Blast. Honestly, might even be more impactful than Counterspell a lot of the time.
Yeah, just not very.
But yeah, like 2 mana is becoming a lot more and more.
But I mean, one of the reasons obviously probably even over. I think the only card over Brainstorm that you would play in any blue deck is Counterspell.
Yeah,
like there's no blue deck that's not playing 4 copies of Counterspell. Basically,
I checked the familiars list that did well on the Sunday challenge. Was not playing Counterspell. I had to double check that before I said Coggates and familiars. It
doesn't get reduced by.
Right, the
familiar.
Yeah,
that's fair. It's the one
weird
deck that doesn't want doesn't want Counterspell.
Yeah,
but yeah, I mean, it's just the ubiquitous card amongst all these lists. I mean, yeah, it's a classic. It's still good.
Yeah. Kind of funny because blue decks are kind of on like the downtick a little bit, which is like fine. Like looking at Reddit, like people like kind of talking about that stuff, and it's fine because blue has been like the dominant color in Pauper for so long.
Yeah. And it's had some upswings just within the last calendar year.
And so it's fine if it's not by far the best thing to do for once.
We cycle around, but it's always going to be there. It's always going to be.
Oh yeah.
Your opponent's holding up blue. Yeah, that's Counterspell.
It's Counterspell. People still play around it 32 years later.
I don't want Pauper to be in a place where Counterspell is not playable anymore.
Agreed.
I would absolutely agree.
Like, it's one of the best spots for it. Like, it's legal in Modern too.
We don't talk
thanks
cards
to MH2. And like the best deck that can utilize it is like
awful
poo poo in the against the top 4 decks right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your number 3?
My number 3 was Brood Scale. Basking Brood Scale. I just, whatever, sadistically. Whatever.
Either half of the combo.
Yeah, the Brood Scale combo. Sure. Just by far and away I'm not going to say the best combo deck that's existed. That's probably not true. But
there were Storm decks.
Yeah, exactly. A very powerful combo deck in the most powerful creature combo deck that I remember in a minute. Like, would you call Dark Ritual Initiative Creature a combo deck? Maybe, but
I mean, there was a period where Hamuda was just really tearing up challenges with the Goblin combo deck.
Yeah. Oh,
which is super similar.
Yeah,
so.
but just one is clearly better than the other.
yeah, no
this
argument.
just being a 2-piece combo, and then you just have so many tools that dig you towards your combo, which I think is very important to it. And you just beat hands that have 3 pieces of interaction, which is really annoying. It's like kind of a feel bad from the other side. Like you have a snuff out, you have a cast down, and you have something like maybe a counter spell, and they just like have duress and double Tameo safekeeping, or they combo one turn, they duress you. Okay, I see you have 2 removal spells now. I combo, you kill it. Next turn, I'm going to combo again. Like the deck just, it's a combo machine. It loves to present this combo. We had Full On for a whole episode. We won our first Common Ground tournament. He talked about how he never expected the first time the combo off to win. Like he was almost going into the first combo like this will fail, and that's okay. The deck just keeps chugging along.
Yep.
Very good. Just like your combo pieces cost 2 mana and 1 mana, and most of the time you don't need to pay the adapt costs because Malevolent
I was going to
Rumble
say because
and
of my
Chrysalis.
number 3.
What's your number 3, James Hippo Hieronymus?
My number 3 is Malevolent Rumble.
The Malevolent
Ooh, what a good
Rumble.
Yeah, this card is cracked in every format it's legal.
It's so
it's
good,
so
man.
disgustingly
It's
good.
so good.
It's This card is wild. We all did look at this one and go, "This is a good card."
Yeah.
I'm so shocked that we picked this one over Writhing Chrysalis, but that's beside the point. I think this card is insane.
It truly is.
It does so much for not only the Brood Skill combo, but like the ramp decks. Those are the
Basically evergreen deck.
the like Boggles plays it. I know. Wildfire plays it.
Is it like a
Gruul
4
plays
of in
it.
Boggles?
I said the ramp deck.
Yep.
Is it a 4 of in Boggles?
Yeah,
That's wild.
yeah. This card. Well, yeah. Just
Dredge
'cause-
plays it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Even Dredge. Yeah, Dredge plays it too. So I mean, like this deck, like this card is the evergreen green card.
Yeah.
It's
And
Green Ponder.
It's Green
It's
Ponder,
Green's Ponder.
that
Man.
does so much
So
for so
much.
many archetypes.
Yeah.
I think if this card did not exist, I think the Brood Skill combo would be way worse. I think it would be a fair amount worse.
Yeah.
I hard agree.
Okay.
And we'll share more later.
Okay.
Yeah,
so-
I have kind of agree.
Okay.
I wouldn't get way worse, but worse.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe I may be exaggerating a little bit.
Our Hippo would never.
I would never, as I exaggerate.
Nays and Mike. Hey.
But yeah, card is busted. It's proven its worth.
The Rumble.
The Rumble. The what?
The rumble in
The
your
Malevolent
ears.
Rumble.
The malevolent rumble.
Good card is good. Weird what happens when you have like a 2 mana like card advantage spell and it just makes mana randomly.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So it's
Isn't it
like
weird?
basically 1 mana. Imagine casting that over and over again with Breach. It basically fuels itself and only costs a mana every time.
Stop it. If you talk about modern one more time, you're off the pod. I'm kidding.
Okay, good luck finding an editor
He
who will
like-
work as
I
cheap
got
as I will.
I got one right here.
You're pointing at your cat.
Yeah,
Who is
yeah,
asleep?
when Croissant grows thumbs, you let
Oh,
me know.
I'm sorry, Croissant, did I wake you?
No, I'm playing with you.
My number 3 is Deadly Dispute, a mover upper from my original list.
An upper mover.
And I would have moved it even higher had it not been for MH3.
Shocking.
You pesking kids.
Pesky kids and your oh man, no, Deadly Dispute just absolutely cracked. You could also include the other variants in this, but I think as we've talked many times before, Deadly Dispute is the creme de la creme of the bunch. Just being able to, like we just talked about Malevolent Rumble, getting a mana back on your 2 mana card advantage spell is really broken. If your opponent's going to kill one of your things, you can sacrifice it and boop, you got some value out of it and, made their exchange with the removal spell like worse. You can just sack the Ichor Wellspring, build your own Ancestral Recall trick. It's an engine in Affinity. It's an engine in Black White Blade, in Brood Scale for sure, in either Brood Scale version. It's just so powerful. This sort of efficiency is what these decks are built around. It's an entire engine in and of itself, because it also gives you another artifact to just like chain these off of each other if you need to too. Like, it's so good. It's so powerful, and I think I like Deadly Dispute as like Deadly Dispute and Refurbished Familiar being Snuff Out being like the echelon of black in the format. Like, that's really cool. Like, those are 3 really cool Magic cards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So.
sadistically.
Sure. I will say I did that. We chatted about it yesterday at trivia, and I was thinking about like whether to include Brood Scale and Glee as like one slot. And I wasn't sure if I was going to, and I ended up not because I ended up focusing on single card power.
Pretty powerful card.
It's powerful what they do to the format, which is what your list gets to focus on. So.
Like wins the game. With the deadly disputes too, or deadly dispute, just allowed gardens to be a deck. Mm-hmm. Just I can 1-for-1 everything you play just because I'm playing Ickerwell Springs and sacking them with deadly disputes and myriad of different ways and just recouping that card advantage, and I'll kill everything and I'll figure it out from there. After you're out of cards in hand and out of creatures on board, here's an Avenging Hunter. There we go. I drew one of two. Yeah, great card. Very, very, very good.
Very powerful.
Interesting, because not necessarily that Pauper's a slow format, but more of a grindy format, I think is a better word for it.
Yes.
Which is, I guess, slower than modern Magic. Not modern the format, but like...
If you're playing like
modern
two
card
decks
designs.
that have like a good mid-range plan, that can grind in that way, then yeah, the games can go long and they will slow down more than probably your average constructed format. I agree.
Yeah.
But it's not... But the action is not like happening only late in the game. There's a lot of decision points and action points early in the game still. And then if it's going to just like break into that longer game, or if someone's going to just pull ahead like you would in like
I'm just glad
Legacy, Standard, or Pioneer, or any other format that starts with the letter M.
I'm just glad like the decision points are like the action in the action in this format is in like, okay, turn 1 Heartfire Hero into like turn 2 Double Strike. Give it Double Strike. Now it's
that's
a 2/2.
Not a Pauper legal card,
no.
Cameron.
No, it's not. I'm saying I'm glad that's not what the Pauper
yes,
gameplay is. Like, though I love that deck, but it's just like, wow, that's fast.
But
that's
that's for standard.
Yes,
Standard has the other tools at uncommon and rare too that are equipped to handle it.
Yeah, I'm glad like Pauper has a fast deck like Red, like Kadoltha, but. Or like even like your burn where it's like, or Madness where it's like, I will kill you eventually. Like I'm like pretty consistent. Like I will get you. Like you are.
And you can have like a busted fast start, but it's the inevitability.
But it is fun to sling a bunch of cardboard at each other and have a grindy game, I think.
It's true. Deadly Dispute. An all-timer.
My number 2.
Number 2.
I had the good old Chrysler 300.
Writhing Chrysalis.
Let's
go ahead and lump me in on this one.
Number 2 as well?
Your number 2?
It is also my number 2.
It is also my number 2.
Dude, that's insane.
Yahtzee!
Let's just have a discussion, shall we?
Let's chat, gentlemen.
I hope this card never gets banned.
Will you remind us the entirety of the text box of Writhing Chrysalis?
I got you.
Oh, you got you? All right.
Got you.
Hit me, James.
2, red-green, devoid. When you cast this spell, create 2 0/1 Eldrazi spawn tokens.
That
tap to the spawn text.
Yeah,
they
sacrifice for mana.
They sacrifice for mana. Reach.
And
whenever you sacrifice, the reach is at the bottom.
Yeah, that's the
whenever
last
you
one.
whenever you sacrifice an Eldrazi, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. Reach.
Then it's reach.
2/3.
2/3.
It's a 4-mana 2/3.
Wink.
Why is this card good?
Wink. It's a 4-mana 2/3. Wink.
No, it is 4 mana.
The format is
yeah.
the
one,
wink
two,
is the
three.
2/3.
Wink.
Yeah.
Wink.
the format is warped to this card.
Around this
Dude.
card.
Yo,
The format, this card.
What a cool card.
Invalidates so much inside of a format.
So
it is wild.
I'm playing Jumbrood Scale against Devin, who's playing Is It Terror?
Yeah.
He just he has 1 mana up, and I think after paying 5 mana for a Lorraine Revealed, and so I'm guessing he drew into it after, because I did some stuff, played a Writhing Chrysalis. I probably should duress him first, but then I duressed him. Maybe untapped him. I'm not quite sure what happened. Maybe I was choked the mana, but I duress him. He has 1 mana open. I see Counterspell, Lightning Bolt, and so I'm like, okay, I'm guessing he drew into the counterspells there. So, and I'm looking at the Brood Scale combo in my hand. I'm like, this is never. I can't combo next turn because he has the 2 counterspells.
Yep.
And he has 2 terrors in play.
Yeah.
I'm looking at this Writhing Chrysalis, and I'm just sadistically on it, and he's like, yep, whatever. And I'm second sadistically on it, And he's like, yep. And I'm like, sack my spawn, sack my other spawn. I'm like, you can never kill this now.
Nice.
Like, it is out of scred range. Like, it was
Permanently.
Yes.
And it
Just
gets +2 counters every sack or something like that.
though that is like it +3 counters
Oh,
every
sorry, yeah,
sack, 'cause I
+3.
2 of them. Yes, dumb. And that's like an exaggerated of it, of like just giving it its extra text box there statistically. But it itself, the first time you play one, dies to Tolarian Terror. But the second copy, outgrowing the Terror and blocking it and killing it is insane.
Yeah.
Like, that's why this card is just nutters. It's not the first copy.
No, well,
It's the second copy.
yeah, it's the second one. Yeah,
Unless you're fairies, the first
this card
copies.
invalidates decks. This card is like the reason Austin's deck is probably not one of the better decks in the format.
Yeah, and it's the reason why Terror isn't tier 1.
Correct. Or like, I think this is the card that holds back fairies. Like, I think if this card doesn't exist, fairies is like so much better than it is now.
Yeah, I 100% agree.
Previous archetypes are splashing this card. Like what was just black green gardens. Well, it moves to Jund Gardens because you just have to play this card because
Yep.
this card's busted.
Brood Scale combo, we talked about it, plays this card. It's a combo deck. And it just plays this card because it's such a good backup plan, and it demands an answer that if you dump resources in killing the first or second copy of this, because again, if you played a second copy, both copies are now like big threats. You have to deal with them. They will win the game. So you have to dump resources into killing those, and now the Brood Scale deck is free to combo.
You can cast these on turn 2 in the
red
ramp
green
deck.
deck. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
could you imagine
that
casting
made
this on
pawns
turn?
are good again.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, like
We
It,
forgot about
it
that,
gave
yeah.
them a backup mid range plan that was actually good.
because also I think that might actually be the most effective effective use of
4 mana.
well, it is the most effective use of 4 mana on turn 2, but it is the most effective use of the Eldrazi package in the format, as far as like making the most use of Writhing Chrysalis big text, like just making this thing gigantic.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it does
Malevolent-
the best job.
Malevolent Rumble just like has it set up to
Yep.
like do it on turn 3
I was like Malevolent Rumble
in that draft
Deadly
format.
Dispute.
In that draft format, you could do that.
And,
Yeah.
what's
Wow.
what's the 3 mana one? The green one.
Yeah, the 3 mana
yeah.
3/3
Repurposer?
when it casts
casts
and
it,
dies,
yeah.
you make a spawn.
You make a
Yep,
spawn.
the
Well,
repurposer.
Thomas was saying you can play it on turn 3 by rumbling first.
Yeah, the
Like
crystals.
you can find it off the rumble.
Yeah,
you
and
could
then yeah.
Deadly Dispute at the end at their end step on their turn 2 going to your turn 3, and then you have a turn 3 Chrysalis.
Yep.
Especially like that happens quite a bit. The Drum Brood Scale deck where it's like red is very much a splash color, and I'm like, okay, well I got the red off my treasure for my Deadly Dispute, so now I have a Writhing Chrysalis. Whee! And it's weird because like it invalidates. I don't know if that's a good word, but
I used it already. If you want to
yeah,
use
yeah.
it.
I don't know if it like says that these decks are unplayable because that's a strong word. We still see people do well with Mono Blue Fae. We still see people do well with Terror. Less so Blade, except for if you're Austin. But like, and I love those
some of our
decks.
crew in Discord are getting to enjoy some Black White Blade
Yeah,
too. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they're like Austin said in the episode when we had Austin on last week. You can get around Chrysalis. You know, you have to. What we've learned in decks that are weak to it is you just have to dedicate your removal to it because you still have reasonable game against the rest of their deck.
Yeah.
Chrysalis is like its own thing that you have to like reconcile with in your deck construction. Your choices of lines you're gonna play in a game. Like, are you going to just ignore it, and if they don't have it, great, or are you going to go in, I need to save this cast down for it, and then what if they never play? Like, it completely sets you up to, you have to focus on it.
We're talking about Blood Fountain earlier too.
Oh,
Very
God.
insane Blood Fountain target.
It's pretty good.
Just because it's going to put you into the late game. If you play it, it's like they're going to spend resources. It's going to take time. They might fog a couple combat steps. They won't attack. Maybe you don't attack. It's going to let you build up your mana by playing lands. And the 2 spawns it gives you, maybe they kill 2 of them. Okay, well, now you have the Blood Fountain play. You're going to pick it back up again. That's hard. That's really, really hard to deal with. Like I said, it puts these other decks lower down the pedestal. And I like those decks, but I love playing this card, though.
It is very satisfying to play
I will
with.
say you two have probably played this card more than I have.
A little bit. For me.
This card is I should cast this card. It's very, very good.
It is insanely good. And though I do like playing the card, it's just, maybe it's not that it's too good for the format. It's just a different staple for the format. Like, the format just looks different now. And again, I get it. Like, that's not what you want. Like, you're like, well, I like Pauper because it's like slow moving, and I want like my core Skyfishers and my Spellstutter sprites to be good and stuff. And it's like, well, that's understandable. And then Experimental Synthesizer, like the Borosynth deck is not like, I think this in combination of Brood Scale has put Synthesizer way lower, just because Synthesizer doesn't let you kill Brood Scale at instant speed, or it just being a red removal deck. We didn't even talk about this, but Chrysalis just actually invalidates Lightning Bolt really hard.
In a big way. That's
Like,
That's
does
why
not
Lightning
kill
Bolt
it.
is not on my top 5.
Galvanic Blast does not kill this.
Nope.
No.
Scred most of the time will kill it, but
If you're at that point,
that's
So
what the Blood
why-
Fountain's for.
That's the upticks in cast down. It's the upticks in snuff outs. Like,
Yeah.
you have to be able to get this off the table.
Yeah.
I can see this like biting a ban one day, because it is nice that a red-green creature is like the best creature in the format. Like, that's awesome. Like,
Someone likened it to just it's Pauper's Siege Rhino.
yeah,
Yeah.
And I was like,
yeah.
Yeah.
From like Cons of Tarkir
it's
standard.
everybody hating the crap out of it,
Right,
saying
but
it's
it was
really
also
good.
just like really satisfying to play with, and having just like a 4-mana 4/5 with some text on it be like your like mid-range threat of the format. Like, cool. There's lots of things you can do between turns 1 and 4 to like play with it or around it.
My one strike against this card, and obviously it's for flavor reasons that it is the way that it is, but I do not think a card in this format should ever have the word uncounterable written on it from like the blast effects like that. Like, that is just wild.
like, you
Because
can't
it's
blast it 'cause it's
devoid.
devoid.
It's devoid.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that is
Yeah.
a wild bit of text for that card to have.
Yeah.
That is invalidating being able to counter.
Yeah,
that.
if we could blue blast this thing, the world would be very different.
Yeah, it's like this, and that obviously would make the blue decks infinitely better.
Yes.
Being able to
Fairies for sure,
Yeah,
anyway,
being able to blue blast this thing.
Yeah. Still probably like the best creature. I think.
No, I would agree.
Yeah.
Best creature, but the fact that it has that just pushes it as like it's the top creature of the format.
Kind of bouncing off of what you said, Cameron, about the Chrysalis potentially eating a ban. I would love to see a world where we get to see Chrysalis without Brood Scale in the format before we decide whether we want to get rid of Chrysalis.
I like
because
that, yeah.
I think that ultimately the more like it is a huge thing and a huge creature sitting on the battlefield. It's tough for some decks to deal with, but like the deck that is utilizing it at its best is Brood Scale, and that would open up no Brood Scale means more of the combo format opens up again, and that is a world where Chrysalis doesn't necessarily matter.
No, that's good against Chrysalis.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I agree. The 1-2 punch of Chrysalis, and here's the combo afterwards is very, very brutal and hard to deal with. I like that point a lot, Thomas. That is really interesting. I would like to see
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brood Scale ban before this, and I wouldn't be surprised if this bit the dust too, because I get it. It does suck when your favorite Pauper cards become drastically less playable because of in Modern Horizons card. It just feels a lot worse on that sense.
Yeah.
So I get that sentiment.
Yeah.
Any other closing?
Just-
not to mention
more,
that.
just more that I want to see, because like it is powerful and annoying in Brood Scale, but it's like a good power level where it's a lot of interesting like what do you deal with when. But like I more so just want to see Brood Scale reopen the gates to parts of the format that have been kind of pushed down for a little bit, and see how Chrysalis feels in that
Also,
world.
there's one other card I want to mention that kind of got invalidated a lot with this card is Prismatic Strands.
Sure, yeah.
Prismatic Strand looks
with the
whole
devoid.
lot worse.
Yeah.
Like, kind of card's kind of unplayable because it's the best creature in the format, and that card doesn't take the best creature in the format.
Nope.
Like, come on.
Though it is the best creature in the format, it's not like everywhere.
No, but I'm saying it is like in the like, it's still like one of the hardest cards to deal with because it is bigger than all your creatures like on the face.
Yeah.
So
That is true. Yeah.
no, in the same vein of like Prismatic Strands style, it does get around Guardian of the Guild Pact
the protection for monocolored.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
it does,
funny.
yeah.
Yeah.
It does get around that.
Which it just pushes that out a little bit.
And
yeah.
Which I kind of like that because I think that I
Right.
also think that card's very oppressive.
one
Yes.
one last thing I want to mention
Also
about
a
this card
4-mana
too.
2/3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wink.
One last thing I want to mention on this card too, that Diabolic Edict is the instant speed one, and that doesn't even work on this because it's a cash trigger.
Yes.
So the spawns are out before the Writhing Chrysalis is. I have
Protected.
seen cool things, like I was playing against Devin, where I play it and he's like, okay, cash trigger resolves before Writhing Chrysalis resolves, breast weapons, the spawns away, lightning bolt your Writhing Chrysalis.
Yeah.
But again, if you're spending 2 cards
right.
against my bird scale combo deck, 2 removal spells, I'm like,
For
I'm
one
looking at the
creature.
combo in my hand, I'm like,
Right, like,
this
great.
looks really good next turn.
Right.
Next turn I'll duress ya. Oh, you got nothing? I win.
It's just one piece of cardboard.
Man, and not even to mention that the combo in that deck makes this an infinite too, because you're sacrificing spawns. We didn't even say that. That's insane. So if one's stuck around you combo, this just kills you instantly. But my original point I was making was you can't edict this. You can't instant speed edict it. You can't chainers edict it. You can't tithing blade it unless again you do some cute suffocating fume stuff on their instep.
Right.
And again, I do not care if you're 2 for 1ing yourself. Awesome. 6 thumbs up for me if you 2 for 1 yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could go on. This card it's a warp the format in a big way.
Should we rename
what's-
this episode all about Writhing Chrysalis?
AKA
The
updating our
nasty
top 5.
eggplant.
The nasty eggplant.
The Chrysler 300.
Oh, good lord! All right,
What's your
Cameron, what's your number one?
What's your number one?
Starts with
One
1. Anybody know the
No, I
next
don't
part?
know why.
There you
Doesn't
go.
even matter how hard you try.
There we go. My number one.
tried so hard.
No, I'm not gonna even attempt Chester Beckingham vocals.
Rest in peace.
Yeah. My number one are the Deadly Disputes.
hold
Just-
on.
yeah.
all of
Hold
them.
on. Hold.
Yeah.
I did not
this
say
was
all of them.
This was almost my number one.
I
Do we have the
just
same
have
number one?
dispute.
Do we have the same number one?
I just have dispute.
Look at us, Hippo. We have the same number ones. Basically, we have the same number 1 and
I
2.
do not think all of them are as good as dispute.
I do think Deadly Disputes as good, or Deadly Disputes the best generally. But in the Bird Scale combo deck, I think Investigator Insight's way better.
I still think that one extra piece of cardboard's real big too.
It's just with the
well, you get to
insight-
play both, so I'm not. So I'm
In
not
Yes.
that specific context, yes. Like especially if the game is going long, but in a vacuum, Deadly Dispute is got to be the best.
Things don't exist in
Far and
vacuums.
away. Yes, it does.
How everything
Because
is context.
I am positing that in a vacuum. Deadly
When do you
Dispute is the
ever
best.
play Deadly Dispute in a vacuum?
If you looked
Jesus.
at Deadly Dispute,
You pick some
next
weird hills to
Eviscerator-
die on.
I'm not dying on it. I'm just explaining a concept, and you're.
But that
jumping down my
concept does
throat.
not matter. It
What do
just
you
doesn't
mean?
exist. There's no in a vacuum. Everything exists in context.
Okay, in the context of Pauper, I think Deadly Dispute is by far and away the better option.
Yeah, I think it's the best, like out of context, but like not for every single
In
deck.
context, Deadly Dispute is the best of these in Pauper. If you want to go into specific deck by deck, then the percentages change. But overall, if you put every deck in Pauper together in a pile, Deadly Dispute is the best, hands down.
So I have all of them on my list just because I feel like if you ban Deadly Dispute, it would change virtually nothing about the
No,
Pauper format.
I have like Deadly Dispute effects is what I have as number 3. I said Deadly Dispute
yeah.
way above the rest, but like all these effects interchangeable, like number 3.
Okay, but I'm just saying. But
This is
I'm,
the same thing.
I'm telling the audience I have them as all of them as number 1 because I feel I'm not saying you're saying Deadly Dispute's the best one and needs to be banned. I'm saying if
I
Deadly
didn't say
Dispute, I didn't say you said that. I'm not saying you said that. I just said I'm not saying you said that. Yeah, that's what I said. I said I'm not saying you're saying that.
Okay.
Okay, then why'd you say that?
Because that's what it sounded like you were saying.
No, I just said that's not
Why
what
are you
said.
making a bigger deal about this? I'm just trying to make funny podcast content.
I know. I just said that's not what you said, though.
You're so squeaky.
I know. Where was I going with that? I put all 3 up there because if Deadly Dispute got banned, I don't think it would impact the format that much.
I think it would impact it in a huge way, but you can just like throw in the other ones and see if they're good enough. And I think most of the time they'll be good enough.
So how would that impact the format in a huge way if they're most of the time they're just good enough?
I think it changes the speed of the format because you don't have the extra treasure. Like having that mana faster makes a big deal, and having a bunch of them that are at that power level, like 4 Deadly Dispute and then X of any of the other combination. If you have to then swap to like all of one, and then like, oh, we have to play some Reckoner's Bargains in some spots where like, we don't really care about gaining life.
Affinity would rather just gain life than playing.
Right. Well, they just have Fanatical Offering, and it still makes the artifact, but it doesn't help them with the mana.
No. I agree. Well, I mean, kind of. It's Affinity, so it does reduce some costs. Specifically for Mirror Enforcer and Furby. Sure.
Thoughtcast.
Yeah. Those are some pretty good cards.
My experience playing Deadly Dispute, the only time the mana has been like super relevant is like if for some reason I couldn't find my red source in Brood Scale. And if you're playing the Jund version, if you're playing Wildfires, that finds it pretty easily, or you have Chromatic Stars. Or if you're not playing the Wildfires versions, you have the little fetch lands from Image 3, the landscapes. Mm-hmm. And most of the time, that mana is just kind of like sitting there, which is fine. And it's just a trinkety artifact. And the other context I played with it a lot was Gardens, and you're not really ramping into anything in that.
That's fair.
So in that,
good point.
I liked the map a lot more than the treasure when I was playing Gardens, because putting the counter on the Crypt Rats was a big deal for me with the map.
Just like you just randomly have a colony plant token and just like, oh, something to map on. Great, cool. I'll take anything.
Yeah, especially
that's a good point.
Yeah, but the games that you do in step on turn 2, like Deadly Dispute, Make the Treasure, and Ramp in the Chrysalis, those games are huge.
Yeah,
those games are ginormous.
Yeah,
and with the treasure, with the Refurbished Familiar, I believe it works the same way with Star, as in you can use the mana for the Refurbished Familiar and it still counts towards the affinity.
Furby sees, like, if you have, like, if your treasure token is your third artifact, Furby, upon announcing, technically you announce the spell first and then you pay costs in the rules. And so Furby still sees that you have 3 artifacts. Mm-hmm. So it will say you have to pay 1 and then you can sack your treasure to pay for it.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, so if like you had no other mana sources, you could use that only treasure and still have the correct affinity. So like the treasure is really good. I do think it is generically the best one. Yeah, especially in these like grindy games. Holy hell, Investigator's Insight is so good, especially in Brood Scale, where it's like
it is going up and up in my like estimations. Like having that effect multiple times. It's the second best one. Having those, exactly. I agree. It's the second best.
And we can nickel and dime first and second best one in whole context, but like in Brood Scale, Investigator's Insight is nutty, especially when you have the infinite mana and you have infinite colorless mana. The deck doesn't make infinite color mana unless you're doing the whole refractor thing. Right. But being 1 black to flashback once you have infinite mana and just dig you 2 cards deeper is ginormous in that deck. And having it in the graveyard, we just talked about how Writhing Chrysalis just projects you so much further into the late game. So even in the Jund Wildfires deck, I like the Investigator's Insight a lot because I just have this card sitting here waiting to go.
You're going to have tons of mana. Because like the namesake of your card is Cleansing Wildfire, which notably is just a rampant growth that draws you a card.
Like we're like we're
I think that card's bad. I think the card's bad. Thomas,
I know you think this. I think
you've started to come around on this.
Yeah, I think it seemed slower than I've wanted it to, but it is still a very powerful effect.
I'm not saying it's not powerful.
Yeah.
I just do not think it is good.
You can kind of see in the win rates of the challenges this week. The deck did not perform super well, but Jund Wildfire's deck still a blast to play. But
I'm not arguing.
Yeah. Oh,
I just think the card is bad.
Hippo, not a fan of Wildfires.
Not a fan of this card. The only deck that I like this card in is not playable right now.
Jeskai?
Yeah.
It's
the only deck I've ever liked this card in. Because that deck's inherently slow anyways.
Yeah.
So that's like fine.
And though I think Pauper is kind of moving away from the stereotype it used to be of this super grindy format where like we just trade resources until clock runs out and we're in turns. Playing into that stereotype, Investigator's Insight just being and inherit 2-for-1 on face value, having the flashback, and not, I don't know how you calculate it drawing cards. And if you sacrifice an Ichor Wellspring, is it like a 6-for-1?
Yeah.
If you sacrifice
least 4. Like, what?
Somebody do that math, so it's not me. The effects are so good. We talked about Deadly Dispute enough, and you can just use that for the rest of them, really. Just allowing these weird control decks to exist, Ichor Wellspring being a staple of the format, just sacrificing spare artifact lands that are ubiquitous across the format as well. You'll have fodder like Colony Gardens rocking around. So the Raven Inspectors making treasures. Someone points a removal spell.
That Raven Inspector makes treasures?
That would be amazing.
Oh, whoa.
I was like,
whoa.
That card is... I didn't realize... I didn't remember that card being that good.
We can all argue.
Is that what Investigate really does?
Yeah.
It makes a treasure?
I could cast a turn 3
I've been playing it wrong. I've been playing it wrong for...
I guess a turn 3 Archangel.
Then we can
almost 10 years.
Then we can argue on what's better, Thraven Inspector or fictional Thraven Inspector makes a treasure. It's the latter. It's the one that makes a treasure.
Yeah.
that one.
No context needed.
That one in a vacuum is absolutely
for context.
Whoa.
That's okay. Croissant, bleep that out when you edit your first episode.
I didn't say the M word again. I'm still the editor. I specifically didn't. You missed it. James caught it.
I did hear that. I was like deep in rambling.
You
I
were,
heard you
and
say
you were
that,
like,
and I was like giggling in my head though. I have no more thought on the dispute effects. They're
Great.
so good.
Are they your number one, James?
Yeah, I had specifically Deadly Dispute.
Okay, excellent. Okay.
Do you want to add anything on that?
I will concede that
that
if we all want to agree that it's just the dispute effects, I'm in for it.
They are all busted.
They're all very good.
Reckoner's Bargain, a little bit more situational than the rest, but they're all busted.
I mean, Affinity prefers it.
Yeah, because they have 0 mana 4/4s that technically cost 7.
Yes,
it's funny
You
that
can trigger up the beanstalk.
The map is like the least played one, and yet it's still such a great card.
It is.
Like,
yeah. I like your point about maybe wanting the maps more in like these grindy decks with like some tokens sitting around, like gardens,
but like
or black green fog.
And the hippo. But you need the treasures for blue man on that deck.
The treasures have other context there. So
yeah, that's a weird deck.
See?
Yeah, all in context.
It requires context.
No, that was my only point. The world is in context.
The world's a vampire.
I
know you love some Billy Corgan.
I do like Billy Corgan.
Y'all want to know my number one?
Yeah.
Well, somehow I had the Deadly Dispute et al. At number 3. My number 1 was James's number 3, I believe, the Malevolent Rumble.
Ooh.
I have it at number 1. I think that this is... I think that Deadly Dispute and the like are extremely strong role players and like enablers in their own way. They require a little bit more setup to be like a true enabler, whether it's Yurker Wellsprings or Shambling Ghasts of the sort. I think Malevolent Rumble might be the best enabler in the format. It is certainly proving to be an incredibly powerful enabler in other formats as well. It's in the most popular deck in fill in the blank RC Charlotte format here. And wink.
You gotta say it backwards.
I have to say like something like that. No, Malevolent Rumble is absolutely one of the best enablers in the format. Might be the best. The fact that it fills the graveyard fits it into all the graveyard strategies. The spawn is super relevant for brood scale and ramping in general. It naturally curves you into Chrysalis, like we talked about. It has so many applications, like when we talked about with James. Basically all of the green decks play it. You could even play it in Elves if you really wanted to. Like it's just that good. If you're in green and you care about the graveyard at all, like this is your card advantage piece of choice, and I'm really excited to just like continue exploring with it. It is so powerful. It has been so much fun to cast every time I've cast it. It's an insane cube card.
Mm-hmm.
It is more than proved itself since MH3 release that it is a very powerful enabler, even in high powered. Yeah,
I think even in something like as powerful as the Vintage Cube.
Absolutely, yeah.
Something as low powered as Pauper Cube too.
Yeah,
I took it fourth in the Roto draft last weekend.
Yeah,
it's extremely
of your cube, or 2 weekends ago. Or
great in my Peasant Cube. Very good.
Extremely strong in low powered cubes.
Very, very strong.
Staple card.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It just enables so much. It's so powerful,
but
and,
not in the
and,
impressive way.
Right,
Not
in
impressive.
Right, in a way that
oppressive way. Not
right, yeah,
oppressive.
it's not oppressive. It's the perfect enabler sort of card. Like this, like it feels like what to green, what Ponder is to blue. Like it really does. Like
Yeah.
of like look at 3
Scintilla
cards.
said it. Green Ponder.
Yeah, it really feels
Yeah.
like the green Ponder. Like that's a really good analogy for it. It's just. I want 4, like if I want to brew a green deck, I'm starting 4x Malevolent Rumble.
Banterra
and
doesn't
see
sound
what
so
happens.
stupid anymore.
No.
Don't know what the white's for, but
I also still don't.
And you know what card we didn't, which you were just mentioning, you know what card we didn't, none of us had in our top 5? Ponder. Why? It's
Yeah.
a blue card. Blue cards aren't as good right now.
No, they're not. They're just not because
preordain's better.
green because Malevolent Rumble and the Deadly Dispute effects are they're king.
They put you up mana, or
It's mana or you get to see more cards. You get to set up and with more synergy than just counterspell.
make a game object.
Yeah,
Make a game. Yeah, it turns out things
Yeah.
that make game
Make a
objects
token.
are so good.
Yeah, it makes a rectangle.
and
Rectangles are good. It turns out.
I was thinking at work today, and I was thinking of like about Cube is why I have this thought, but how annoying it is for like something to be Cube. Almost depends on what cube you're doing, but I was thinking in my Peasant Cube specifically, for something to break into that, it almost has to be like aggressively statted, like just be overwhelmingly like have such great stats or impact the board so well, or it just have a really good ETB. And just like everything has like a good ETB stapled on it, and this is like the equivalent of a sorcery just having a good ETB stapled onto it, just making the spawn. It's just like, why not? Because it does.
2 mana 0/1 that sacks to add mana, and you also get to mill 4, pick up.
Yeah,
a permanent.
I don't know. Like obviously you can't
pretty
like
good.
flicker it and stuff. Just like that little extra text is so good. And with Brood Scale being the prominent deck that it is, just setting up for the combo, having the spawn laying around for you just to play the Sadistic Glee onto your Brood Scale and just start going with
The
what's
fact that
in
it
play.
says permanent is incredible.
Yeah,
So
oh my
versatile.
gosh,
Can pick
yeah.
up either part of that combo.
Yeah.
Can pick up a land.
Yeah, the payoff,
artifact.
like you said, any part of the combo.
enchantment,
Yeah.
anything,
Yeah.
any permanent.
Ugh,
Very
good
powerful.
card. Very good card. We just need a Mystic Snake downshift, and then
I don't think that card would be playable.
Turn 3 Mystic Snake off a Malevolent Rumble.
I don't
you
think-
pick it up so they know it's coming.
There's no way that
Dude, you put the fear. You
Do
put
you
the fear in
actually
them.
real serious? Do you think Mystic Snake would be playable?
yes,
Really?
yeah, I'd ephemerate the hell out of it with my Archaeomancer in play. Don't ask me how I got there.
Don't ask me how you got it.
You know how I got
in
there?
Play.
Because I countered your spells that were killing me with Mystic Snake. Your spell stutter sprite has no power here, Hippo. It costs 4 mana.
Get wrecked, nerd.
Okay.
Shape up.
Shape up. Shape up.
Whoa.
What does that mean?
Shape up.
I like that. It's like, step up. What you got? Mystic Snake. Yes.
You saw it coming. I flipped it off the rumble.
Now I can't stop thinking about ephemerating a Mystic Snake. They didn't see the ephemerate off the rumble. Bant terror, baby. We're back full circle.
I love that you have the honorary Mystic Snake in the Peasant Cube.
oh, I love it.
makes me-
You did it first.
Yeah,
It is, so I'm
it's
like,
just like Frilled Mystic is an uncommon. This is just easier to cast,
And-
and it's a
It's a
2/2
cool
and not a
card.
3/2.
It's a cool
and
card.
it's just a
People-
cool old card.
Yeah, it has the pedigree.
People like this.
Yeah.
People like this.
People
card.
love Mystic Snake.
Yeah.
Mystic Snake is
why
awesome.
Why deny people the experience? Because it's not good enough for Vintage Cube.
No.
So let them cast it.
I was listening. Funny enough, I was going to tell you this. I forgot to tell you. I was listening to the 540 today, an old
episode of the 540.
Yes, well,
It's a
they
great
don't do
old
any
Cube podcast.
Yes, I'm so sad. Ryan Sachs and Justin Parnell.
Not Sachs. Ryan.
Overturf.
Overturf. Yes.
Ryan
yes.
Sachs joins later though. I think towards
He's
the end.
on.
Yes.
Yeah, he's on at some point. Yeah.
But Ryan Overturf and Justin Parnell originally too, like
Yes.
Cube
Yes.
pioneers.
Yeah. Ryan Sachs takes it. Yeah.
And
my apologies.
it was really funny because they both were kind of talking about the statement of like, like you just put your restrictions on yourself, and like Lucky Paper has talked about that and stuff. Like if you want to put a rare in your Peasant Cube, go for it if you think it fits your environment and stuff. But that kind of like popped my head. But I was listening to that episode, and they're like, okay, like they segued into their next question. This one's from Thomas Gunn. Does a lot on Twitter.
It's Thomas Gunn Music.
Thomas
at the time.
Gunn Music, and
Yeah.
from Twitter.
Yep.
And I'm like, oh, I know that person. No, it was just funny to hear that. Your question was about what companions.
About companions, yeah.
And they kind of on it. I'm like,
yeah, they did. They were like, would you play companions with or without the 3 mana put it into your hand rule?
I didn't like that they just thought about in the context of Yorion and
Luris.
Yeah, it's like, okay,
It's
what
like
if
there
I want
are
to make
8 other companions?
Yeah, it's like, what if I want to make Karuga better and more playable?
Right.
Or Obosh.
Yeah.
You know?
I
But
love
don't know.
Obosh.
That's why I like Lucky Paper, because they're more yes and.
Yes.
You know, they're
Yes.
like, do it.
Why not?
You know, yeah.
Try. Experiment. Get messy.
Yeah.
Make art.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. We're going to blast through some challenges. We haven't chatted about challenges in a while.
We
I
have
feel like.
not.
February 14th, Friday 14th. Happy St. Valentine's Day to those who celebrate. 43 players for the Friday challenge. In 8th place, Walker 735 with Old Trusty Jund Wildfires. In 7th place, Carves playing Demir Terror. In 6th place, Niederschatten playing Mono Red Kuldotha. In 5th place, Batutina on Green White Boggles. In 4th place, Sailor Moon, also playing Green White Boggles. 2 Boggles in top 8. Look at that. In 3rd place, Sishiogary on Blue Black Fairies. In 2nd place, Vingador MTG on Mono Blue Fairies. And in 1st place, with a 7-2 record, Discovern taking a break from Terror and picking up Grixis Affinity. We've got a couple of Krarkland Shamans, 1 Toxin Analysis in the main. We've got a Metallic Rebuke in here. We've got an Eviscerator's Insight.
I haven't seen a Metallic Rebuke in a while.
The spell bombs are all on the sideboard.
I haven't seen a Chromatic Star in this deck in a while.
Yeah. Oh, there's 2 Chromatic Stars.
Yeah. This is a
no Kenko
little,
Artificers.
this is a little shake up.
Looks like Affinity, though. All in all.
Otherwise, it's Affinity.
You know.
Any notable call-outs here? Maybe the Boggles list here in top 4?
I mean, nothing crazy, just like what Hippo said. They're on Malevolent Rumbles.
Yeah.
Good card. Who knew?
A very good card. I mean, we knew.
The Wildfire deck in 8th by Walker.
Yeah.
No Krarkland Shamans in the entire tees of the 75. They're playing 4 Breath Weapons on the sideboard, just hoping that gets there.
Yeah, and a copy of Sandstorm, which is a single green for an instant, deals 1 damage to each attacking creature. So kind of like a mini breath weapon.
Yeah, just
green.
Buy enough time. Probably like really, really good against fairies. Also fine against like the busted starts from Godolpha.
Yeah.
Funny enough, not as good against the less busted starts when they just swing at you with a 2/2 on turn 1.
2/2s or 1/2.
Yeah.
Sure, but it takes care of the problematic stuff, and being able to pop some fairies early is good. This Walker 735, this is one of the Italian players who really first innovated on the list in the summer Paupergeddon, or the most recent Paupergeddon, excuse me, the most recent Paupergeddon, and kind of brought Jund Wildfires to the front as its own kind of archetype. So it's cool to see where they're taking things from here.
I would like to hear from why that the Krarkland Shamans have kind of taken a wayside, step towards the side of the deck a little bit. Maybe just 80% of the time, the breath weapons are just good enough for what you're doing.
I can point you out to them on, or point them out to you on socials.
Do it.
Ask that question.
Do it to it.
Nice.
Maybe it's just because the only times I could think why Krarkland Shaman's really, really good there with the Toxin Analysis, grow monsters and boggles
and Affinity, or sorry,
yeah,
not Affinity.
It's not bad against Affinity either. Yeah, it's not terrible against Affinity either though. I'm saying the Krarkland Shamans are doing that the breath weapons don't.
Sure.
Yeah, but shall we move it to the 15th? Any other inputs here?
No, let's move on to Saturday. February 15th, we got 45 players, so a little bit of a light Friday, Saturday. In 8th place, Viashino Peruano on Blue-Black Fairies. In 7th place, A Adepto Terra on Black-Green Glee combo. In 6th place, Hampuse 1 on Black-Green Turbo Fog. In 5th place, Artur Costa on Elves. In 4th place, Cam 13 playing Mono Blue Terror. In 3rd place, Luffy Do Chapeau de Paula.
It's been a minute.
It has been a minute.
Not since they've top 8, just since we've
great. No, since we've done
yeah,
it.
exactly.
We haven't done this.
Yeah, no, they're top 8ing still.
3rd place with Grixis Affinity as usual. In 2nd place, Hatare Ane on Grixis Affinity as well. And in 1st place with a 7-2 record as we have foreshadowed earlier in the episode, Makashiok playing Kawgates. Kawgates back on top. Is this the return?
Man, remember we'd
Specifically
see, like,
against Grixis, that's really odd.
Really?
Yeah, because historically it was a bad matchup.
Well, I guess if like they landed munitions, it's hard to pump something with a gate. But like again, if you I guess like Coalition Honor
I was
Guard.
gonna say it also makes like their prismatic strains playing like really bad.
Yeah, and like if they either makeshift munitions or Kinku Artificers really good against you.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, like we've talked about the whole. This deck has 0 dust to dust in the sideboard. Never mind. Oh my gosh. Because we talked about that playing with like the mono white, but this deck is playing 0.
I will say that the second place Grixis Affinity list had no Kenko Artificers.
Okay. And like that doesn't change everything because this deck is on 4 Journey to Nowhere. So like that deals with it cleanly. Like also with the munitions clean. Like no, only creatures. Silly me. But this deck has like how does that deck kill Coalition Honor Guard like Affinity?
That's an X4?
2/3.
The
2/3 mono.
No,
Protection
Coalition Honor Guard is the flag bearer.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was like
I was thinking of
Obsidian.
Yeah, you were thinking. No,
No.
you were thinking of the Guild Pact.
yeah, Guardian of the Guild
Guardian
Pack
of the
was in
Guild
my
Pact.
head.
2/3
I just saw
protection from
3 and a
monocolor.
white
Yep,
in my head. Yeah. Wow.
You see, Cameron, in this context, it's actually Coalition Honor Guard.
Callback. Yeah, that changes the context quite a bit of the matchup. Because that's interesting. So it's probably just for like main deck Brood Scale, you would think, right? Yeah, just so they have to put the Brood Scale on there if they want to go through the combo.
Legally,
and
yeah.
main deck, they probably don't have a way of dealing with that.
Other than playing Writhing Crystals and attacking.
And I guess against
That's probably pretty good against a 2/4.
yeah, pretty good.
Yeah, it seems pretty good.
But we'll see.
This deck is pretty good at chump blocking, to be fair.
In absence of Brood Scale, the first on Friday, Saturday, we'll get to that Sunday. But I guess against Affinity, this deck is just good about suiting everything up with Basilisk Gate. And again, if you're just peeing off everything with resources, the deck kind of wants you to play that game a little bit because it doesn't care if you kill its Squadron Hawks.
The card quality is so like every card in the deck is so good, like top tier stuff. Like in every cut, both of these colors, like these are great cards. I mean,
yeah, and they must feel good about their Affinity matchup because they don't have anything that is specifically artifact focused in their board or really in their main deck at all.
Yeah, so
kudos to them.
Yeah,
well played.
No kidding.
We were saying Counterspell, good card with your
I was just saying that,
man.
Wasn't I?
I haven't put 2 Squadron Hawks on top of my library from a brainstorm in a while.
It does feel good. I like this deck.
Yeah, it is a fun deck.
It's a fun deck to play.
It really, really is. I like seeing it come back.
People
too.
like casting Brainstorm. It makes them feel smart.
It does. It really does. Yeah, I'm just staring at the sideboard. Essence Scatters over negates or any other like counterspell. Like it's just
It's wild.
3 blasts and 3 blue blasts in general. No red blast. The red in the sideboard's just for 4 breath weapons. Like if you're playing against mono red, maybe
fairies.
Because yeah.
Just those are the decks you need breath weapons against right now.
Yeah, and you're playing a lot of X2s or X1s too, but it's just if you have the breath weapon, maybe don't run into your own breath weapon there. And I like the honor guards, like we said, for that matchup specifically. Cool stuff.
Sunday.
Sunday.
All right, we are looking at Sunday, February 16th. We got 59 players in the Sunday challenge. In 8th place, Hobby Horstorian on black-green Glee combo. In 7th place, Hamuda on Mono Blue Terror. In 6th place, O Danielakos on Demir Terror. In 5th place, Ixidor29 playing Green-White Boggles. In 4th place, Pepe Team on black-green Glee combo. In 3rd place, GN42 playing Familiars. In 2nd place, taking their I don't know if this was a split or not, but in second, if it was not a split, then this is Nick Norman taking their first loss, going 8-1 in 2nd place with black-green Glee combo. And in 1st place, also with an 8-1 record, Trubelo playing black-green Glee combo. Here we are. We are here we're finally back to where it feels like everyone complains we are, and I don't have anything to refute that. It's just here's all the glee. Here it is.
I do have one cool piece of technology in the first place list. I think it's actually really, really sweet. Scattershot Archer, actually. The reason I think this card is good is because the card Spell Starter Sprite is very good against you. This card kills Spell Starter Sprite, which stops you. This card is very good against fairies.
It's very good. I'm reading it now. I thought it was
fairies.
1 damage to target creature with flying.
No.
This says it deals 1 damage to each creature with
Oh,
flying.
I auto shortcut it to.
Oh yeah, this
Yeah.
card.
Yeah,
is,
I auto
Wow.
shortcut it to 1.
this
to
card
target
is
2. Wow.
cracked against fairies.
Okay, yeah, this is a good Magic card.
Oh yeah,
Ouchies.
this
if you're
one's
from
a
the
good
fairy
one.
Side. Better
And it
spell
gets-
sprite that.
And it gets around any sort of like it. You can't dispel it. You can't spell pierce it. You know.
Yeah.
like you can only like
You can-
sprite and
Sprite and counterspell.
and counterspell. That's it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and you can get it down on 1 before they can cast that.
Yeah.
And then it just sits there, and they're like,
really good.
What are they? It's
They
just
literally
gonna-
cannot put a creature
yeah.
into play until turn 4.
and then they have to like snap it, and if they do that, then you're just gonna brood scale them.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
That is really cool. Good call out.
That is a very sick. that
Solid
is very
call
sick.
out. That's really cool
sideboard
technology. That's really cool.
Very interesting to see. We don't see in the top 32 at all any Junbird scale. So we're just talking about how like this Writhing Chrysalis package with Bird scale was like super good.
People just want to be lean and mean. They just
Yeah.
want to put the combo down and kill people.
Just want to cast Malevolent Rumble and,
And-
4 Malevolent Rumble, 4 Deadly Dispute. Like
Yeah.
this is what we're talking about. Like
Yep.
these are the best cards in the format.
And just having 4 Duress, 4 Tameo safekeeping as like your backup to like not backup to back up your combo basically, and then 2 Mesmeric Fiend in the main board too, just to like
I
thought seize your opponent.
love
you
that
know?
Shambling Ghast is really caught on as a potent card in the format.
It's really
eats-
good with these dispute
Yeah,
effects.
Really good with dispute effects. Eats X1s alive.
That card ramps you hard
it
with
does.
dispute.
Yeah, if you
Really hard.
yeah, if you have the time to make the treasure off of Shambling Ghast,
Yeah.
it's a very powerful Magic card.
Yeah, yeah, interesting. Like very like we just saw like the deck not exist like Friday, Saturday,
Mhm.
and then just here it is. It's
Came
always
came to feast on Sunday.
it is always strange. We'll see at first when like Sadistically was a card, or Sadistically when Brood Scale became a thing. We saw like the Golgari version initially, and then we saw the Jund version, and that kind of took precedent, and then back to the Golgari, and back to the Jund, and back to Golgari. They kind of just like trade off when they do well. It's so strange because like this weekend, I think the deck had like a 60% win rate.
And a crazy.
Yeah.
Like 60+%.
And
win
some
rate.
weekends it just has a 40% win rate, and so
It's a sweet
then like
lead.
Jund will be higher or whatever. So I don't know why. Like I don't have an answer. I can't tell you any specific thing of like, well, more people registered this deck, so it's better or anything. It's just variance ?
Yeah, I think
I don't have the context.
the the thought that comes to my mind right now as we're talking about it is, we see decks like Cawgates and like Boggles like popping up and like
Fast
having some
decks, dude, like Boggles,
like
pretty
having
fast.
having some time in the sun, and then like thinking like Glee had been so beaten down for a little bit there where it was tough to punch through. It had such a low win rate like you were talking about, and people are a little weaker on their hate. Some other decks that Glee likes to feast on like poke their heads above the sand, and they're like, hey, is it safe to come out and play again? Oh, we're winning against these decks we're seeing. Okay, yeah. And then Glee just coming back to just like slam the door on them.
Like a tornado in a trailer park.
Like a tornado through a trailer park of decks like Familiars and Cawgates and Boggles, and which, all good decks, but just all right, James, I'm sorry, you can go.
Another card I wanted to point out from their first place sideboard is Seal of Primordium. It's a very interesting option for disenchant. Love this, actually. Very good in the mirror.
Mhm.
Very, very good in the mirror.
Well, I think it's so you can find it off Rumble.
That's what I was saying.
That's
yeah.
well, no, that's
Yeah.
what I was getting there too.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm
yes.
saying that like I think that's like it's like because like how often are you keeping in your Tameo safekeeping spell board?
I don't know.
like in the mirror. Like realistically,
Well,
they don't have to kill.
if they have 4
Realistic-
snuff outs,
Yeah, you know they bring
them.
that stuff out. Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, I mean, but
Yeah.
But then you just get to have this sit there, and then on the turn where the exchange is who has how much mana to protect and kill spell back and forth, you just have it sitting there for 0 mana.
Yeah.
It's like why we see Seal of Fires in the sideboard of some like red decks that want to go fast sometimes. It's just invest the mana now when nothing's going on, and then later when you're actually using your mana to fight what they're like fight comboing off or try and combo yourself, you just have it sitting there. Yeah, no, I agree. That's a
it's
great
a really
include.
really interesting choice. I like that one.
I do like this third place list having a 5th protection spell, and well, I guess they're down a duress, but up 1 Vines of the Vastwood. Just that fun little mirror breaker
from Pepe team.
Yep, just it just game 1 you can just really catch your gully opponent with their pants down there. Think they're gonna win, but like nah, it has hexproof for a turn, and maybe you combo them next turn or whatever. But nice little mirror card. But the life gain from Tameo Safekeeping has proved somewhat important just to keep you alive for 1 more turn. And that's all you need sometimes.
It is pretty good.
Yeah, playing cards that keep you alive are important. Like the second place list from Nick Norman, he's got a couple moments, or they have a couple moments piece in their sideboard as well.
And not to mention it's permanent. So Vine versus Vines is only target creature.
Oh, sure,
So,
for the safekeeping. Yeah.
Maybe you're playing against Coggates and they try to Thraben Charm. You're just
Your sadistic glee.
Yeah, and you're just like,
Yep.
nah, or like say you're playing, on the Jund version, they try to kill your outlet before you combo off, and it's just like, nope. Has hexproof now.
I think I would, if I were to play, like if looking at this winning list, I'm definitely interested in playing this. The Scattershot Archers I really like.
That
That's
is
really,
like
really cool.
that is
yeah.
amazing technology.
I wonder if I would
seen the
follow,
third place list,
I
too.
wonder if I would follow in Michael's footsteps from the Common Ground Cup and cut one of the 3 Nadier's Nightblades and put in the Evolution Witness.
I do like.
I think I would want access to that. And maybe there's some trimming you could do of like put the 4th safekeeping or the 4th duress in the board, and you can fit another card in. But it just looks so clean, just 4s all the way down.
It's kind of scary only having the 2 outlets to win.
Yeah, that is something,
It's
especially when you
kind
don't
of
have
scary.
like Writhing Chrysalis as a quote unquote like outlet too.
Yeah, I guess.
Because when there's the possibility that I'm like that you somehow like lose like all of your 2 night blades and the witness, like if all that just goes away, it's like what do you have?
An infinite.
Right.
Yeah, I mean if they and then they just kill it and you're like, oh
Yeah,
okay.
that's fair. Yeah.
You're
Like it doesn't have trample. I get it. It's,
yeah.
Sometimes it gets there. Sometimes it
Sometimes
doesn't.
it does.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Sometimes you have an
that's
infinite
and that's
and
a
you
cool
just sit there for a
and that's
bit.
a cool
Yeah.
part about that. It's kind of a cool part about that card.
Yeah.
But
That's why
for
in the Jund
combo.
version, I'm really big on Molten Gatekeeper because the amount of times I have Molten Gatekeeper on my list and I mill it over with a Rumble and I'm like, sick. I hope my opponent forgets that's there.
Yep.
I don't.
Yeah, good deck.
Magic?
Good deck is good.
The Gathering. Thank you all for the gift of commons and the gift of friendship.
Well, thank you.
Thank you, Cameron.
I ripped that. Thomas gets the reference.
I do.
Any other closing thoughts before we wrap it up?
I don't think so. If you're going to MagicCon Chicago, have fun.
Yes.
We'll take a look at the Pauper Cup when we get around to it. Next week, we're going to be our episode next week. We're going to be talking with this lovely gentleman by the name of Morgan. They are the head up the UK chapter of the Italian Pauper League or the International Pauper League. That ties into points for Paupergeddon and the invitationals thereof in that whole tournament system in Europe. We're going to be chatting with him about community and building community, and we'll find out a little bit more of what that system is like over in Europe, and because I'm very curious to hear more about how that all works. And yeah. So,
that'll be a
send
really
in,
fun chat.
If you have questions, or if you are in the area and maybe you're involved in the network, the league, maybe you have some insight to share as well. Pop into Discord and get chatting. Share some questions if you have any.
You can pop Discord, ask us questions there, or you can send them to our email at commongroundmtgpod@gmail.com. That, as well as the Discord and our Twitter handles, are all in the description below, though we are all dwindling on Twitter. I've noticed, like, I don't really post on there anymore.
Yeah.
I don't see you guys posting.
I'll
there too
share
much
my
anymore.
BlueSky in the description. I
Yeah.
may end up being a little more permanently on BlueSky.
Yeah, just Twitter's nasty.
Twitter's not owned by a great person, in my opinion.
No, I agree. Well, it's just I don't like my
Agree.
algorithm on there. It's just
Yeah, no.
it's awful.
I've specifically moved to only following at this point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same.
Yep.
I also do.
yeah,
Yep.
that's probably
Just
smart. If you made it this far, thank you so much for listening. Again, questions, I told you where to find them. If you enjoy us, leave us a little review, Skaruski. We always appreciate that. Like seeing those numbers go up, all that fun stuff. Thank y'all.
Thank you so much, fam.
Later, everyone.
A hundred seasons, Thomas. Common ground. 100 episodes.
1-800commonground.com. Million seasons.
100 episodes. Common ground forever.
Every year, a new top five bestcards.com.
It's just me, Thomas, and Hippo forever. Forever Common ground.
Cameron
Help,
and
I'm
Bo
being
and James,
held.
Thomas and Cameron and Thomas Common Ground Cup.
Help!
a
I'm being
million
held
times.
against my will.
.com. Morty.
We can edit that part out.